going on, everyone? I wanted to share a few of my recent fitness related purchases with you, and the reason being is simply because I think they're beneficial for myself, and I would feel that they're going to be beneficial for you as well. So I posted a video before that was really just describing my current supplements and everything that I'm taking. You can have a look at that right here, and I'm actually going to be just really touching up on that, further discussing that, and in addition to that, really just letting you know some new items that I've picked up recently. So previously in that video, you would have noticed that I actually had a foam roller, and that foam roller I purchased on eBay, and it was around like $30, maybe $40, something in that range, and it actually had broken on me. So I have it right here, and we can see it's still broken. What was actually pretty interesting about this is that I sent an email to the eBay seller, and normally I thought I broke it myself just from putting too much weight on it or too much pressure or whatever it may be, so I kind of thought this was a lost cause. Really, we're just kind of stuffing it with stuff in the middle and still trying to use it because it's still somewhat usable. Now, I figured I'd send an email to the eBay seller, and I thought, why not just, there we go, I thought why not just give him a shout and see what he says. So I did so. He actually responded back and asked to see a photo of the broken product, and it just so happened I just included that in my last video. So it was pretty neat. I just sent him the direct link to the video, sent him some screenshots of where I actually was bending it, and he immediately responded and actually just said, okay, well, we'll ship you a new one. That's it. No additional costs, no additional shipping, nothing like that. So lo and behold, we have a new foam roller, unbroken, ready to go. And I just wanted to quickly mention that seller, and I'll put the link in the description below if you want to have a look at what they have for sale, because I thought it was great customer service. I'm not being paid or didn't get anything, to give this particular review. I just thought it was really important to give a shout out to this individual, and their store name is Evolution Bazaar. Thought it was really important to give this shout out because you know what, they sent it immediately. It arrived super fast, no questions asked. And this was after I had already left feedback on the previous foam roller saying that I loved it and it was great and that the shipping was quick and everything. So, technically speaking, he didn't really have to send the second one because I had already left my feedback on the first. So it's really cool they did that. And if you're interested in checking out a foam roller and you want to get it at a reasonable price shipped to your door, I recommend having a look at the link in the description below and check that seller out. So aside from that, getting that out of the way, what I actually wanted to share with you was some other items that I purchased recently. And a lot of people do tend to complain about deadlifts and their inability to do them because, well, not necessarily inability, but they may do them and find that they're hitting their knees or hitting their shins or just hurting themselves in the process. So I somewhat was encountering a similar issue. I was actually clipping my shins with the deadlift bar, and I was starting to really just scratch up my shins and really just kind of mark them off. It doesn't look very attractive, especially in the summer weather where you're wearing shorts and stuff like that. To have bloody shins, it looks like you're I don't even know, it looks like you got mauled by a wolverine. So what I actually went and picked up was something really simple, and it's just really it's almost like a nylon sort of band. And this goes around your legs, so just around your calf. It's reversible too. You got the blue side here. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It was like $3 on eBay. I'm going to put the link in the description for that as well. Previously, I was rolling up my socks a lot, and I see a lot of people doing this when it comes to their deadlifts and just lifting in general. Unnecessary, because these things here are, they're pretty thick. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can tell, but it's a pretty thick material. So when I'm actually clipping myself with the bar, I don't feel a thing when I have these on. So the only downside is you look a little bit different because you're going around with kind of like tensor bands on your legs when you're in the gym. It doesn't really look that bad, to be honest, especially because it's black. All my other stuff's black, so it kind of just blends in anyways. So I picked that up, and it's been working out pretty well. It's actually producing pretty good results. So check that out as well, link in the description below. So aside from that, what I did want to talk about, and it's somewhat in relation to all of this fitness products, all this other stuff, I typically make a purchase on bodybuilding.com every 2 to 3 weeks. And that usually covers any sort of supplements, any sort of protein that I may be picking up if I'm having a protein at that time, which lately I have been because I'm trying to bulk up a little bit. But I typically will make these purchases, and a lot of people are thinking, well, that's it's a lot of money to spend. It's a lot of money to spend on a regular basis through one of these sites, and even a lot of money to spend on stuff like this, just fitness gear, which I have just an abundance of. So I don't feel it really is. I mean, it can be for some people, but in my particular case, it wasn't. And I initially started off, and my first fitness purchase was actually made when I started my fitness journey, which would have been about going back almost a year now. And the reason I actually made the purchase was because when I originally started exercising and working out, I started by just trying to cut weight, just trying to drop my weight. I was monitoring my calories. I was using my FitnessPal. I also made a video about my FitnessPal and very useful fitness-related apps and tools. You can take a look at that right here, and I recommend doing so. So I made a video about that, and really the reason I bought the first piece of fitness equipment or fitness apparel was actually because when I was starting, I used to run a lot, and that was to drop the weight. So I would go and monitor my calories, and I'd just run on the treadmill non-stop. I'd go outside and run. I would go biking. I do things that were very active. Because I was overweight, I was weighing around 215, 220 pounds, I found that my legs were actually so thick from just, I can't show you now, obviously, and they're not thick anymore, but they were thick at the time, and my thighs were actually kind of like touching or rubbing together, and it was causing just discomfort in general. So my first fitness purchase was actually a pair of, not this particular pair, but a pair of Under Armours. Just regular Under Armour underwear. And these here, I'm a bargain shopper. I like to find the best possible deals, and I like to find the best prices. So these here, it's hard to find Under Armour for a good price. I mean, they're like 35 bucks a pair. Even some of them like $30 a pair. And obviously, you don't want to just have one pair of underwear. You got to have 5, 6, whatever, because you got to cycle through them, especially if you work out every day like I do. So initially, I purchased 3 pairs of Under Armour, and I took, it was a bit of a hit. It was like 75 to 100 bucks for these underwear, and I thought, wow, geez, I just spent that much on some undies. So it wasn't, didn't leave the best taste in my mouth. But what I wanted to get at was I actually used these things every single time I went into the gym, and it's because I had my Under Armour that really it did help motivate me. And that's the neat thing about things like this, things like Under Armour and things like all these gadgets and all these toys, these things here. It's really motivational to throw on your Under Armour, throw on that armor, because that's really what it is. It's your armor to go into the gym, to go biking, go do whatever you're going to do, and you're putting that on, you're strapping that on, and immediately you're going into, I like to call it just hardcore mode, or beast mode as some people like to call it. And really that's what it comes down to. It's motivational. Picking up these items and actually using them does help motivate you in the gym, and I do recommend checking some of them out. If you are the type to purchase an item, throw it in the closet, and never look at it again, obviously that wouldn't work for you. But if you're truly motivated and truly interested in getting physically fit, and you are currently active and just seeking out ways to help improve the progress of your fitness journey, or help just really, I'd say, just expedite the whole thing. Because you know what, I posted another video about optimal decisions, and it really is an optimal decision in my case to make such purchases, because it does help facilitate further growth for my muscles, or in this case it does help facilitate growth, because I'm actually rolling out a lot of kinks that I get on a daily basis. I've done a few times a day now. So that's what I wanted to share with you. That's pretty much it. Have a look at some of those links in the description below to some of those items. Let me know what you're using, what type of fitness gear you have, and if you started the fitness journey, what did you initially purchase? What was your first fitness item? Because I've got quite a few now. I'm thinking about getting a bookcase for them. Let me know. Leave it in the comment section down below, and have yourself a good Thursday.